Okay. रहेगी राइट में पड़े. What is it? You like there is in the size? During the level my mother commented. How do you think of the ways I can react to the intersection? Analyze why the rates to compete oxidate the organic substances in presence of oxygen and.
Who is that, Sudiksha? Huh? Sudiksha? So, may I start, Nana?
Yes, ma'am.
Do one thing. Shriman, where are you? Raise your hand. Shriman.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make you host. So check the people who are entering inside unnecessarily. Okay, now.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I put it in the group also, ma'am. Ma'am, shall I put it in the main group also?
Which one to join the class, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Put.
Okay, ma'am.
Already in the class we are informed they should have.
Yes, ma'am.
But still, just put message. Okay, now let us start.
Ma'am, I put the message in the group.
Okay, now. Okay, so morning we have done that olfactory bulbs and that part, all the parts of the cerebral hemispheres. Two sides, all the lobes are present. Right side as well as left side. Two frontal lobes, two parietal lobes, back side, two occipital lobes, right side and left side, two temporal lobes. But I told you that the Broca's area and Wernicke's area only on the left side. Broca's for the motor, to move your muscle and to make a speech.
Speech
And
production.
Wernicke's area to understand the different languages, what are other people communicating with you. Okay, now where we are. So try to understand. Again, I'm giving the basic structure of brain. Olfactory bulbs. Here this part is diencephalon, cerebrum. Midbrain and floor of the midbrain. cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata, and spinal cord. So we have to do these three, we have to do this. Now we are in the diencephalon. Okay, and it is very important part. Let us take that cerebral hemispheres once again. Take the cross section, cut portion. Okay, so these are cerebral hemispheres, and when you cut it, you know these are folds inside sulci, gyri, like this. Okay, and this is corpus callosum, and at this place, a roof and the floor. Floor here extended down. This is floor, Nana. This part is floor. And extended down as pituitary gland. Like this. Got it? So, as it is floor part, it is called hypothalamus. Floor of the diencephalon called as hypothalamus. And this part is pituitary gland. So pituitary gland, another name is, as it is an extension of the hypothalamus, hypophysis. In the same way, roof of the diencephalon. We are talking about this part, posterior part in the cerebral hemisphere, diencephalon. Also called as thalamencephalon. Got it. Now roof, idi floor kada, floor hypothalamus, roof of the diencephalon, just like imagine like a room, roof, place and floor. In the same way, this roof is named as epithalamus, and extension of this part forms another endocrine gland, that is pineal gland. So as it is attached to the epithalamus, pineal gland also called as epiphysis, like downward extension pituitary gland, and hypophysis because it is extension of this hypothalamus. In the same way, roof is called epithalamus and pineal gland is epiphysis. Got it? And the important, Nana, epithalamus, non-nervous roof. అంటే ఇక్కడ న్యూరాన్స్ లేదు, non-nervous roof of epithalamus. What can you imagine what it is? Lined by pyometer. Here neurons are very less and it is covered by pyometer and forms bunch of network of capillaries.
Anterior carotid.
Yes, so this is lined by pyometer and give bunch of capillaries down into the room, and it is non-nervous roof lined by pyometer and form bunch of capillary called anterior choroid plexus. Already I explained you the importance of these capillaries. Continuously from these capillaries, plasma oozes out into the room. Yes, what is this room called? Room.
Diocese.
Third ventricle. I'll write here, wait. We'll write this side. Important work in the one minute. Yes, we'll put it out. This is third room, third ventricle, that is diocese. Okay. So these are the parts. I think one main part we have to discuss now, lateral walls of the room. Room means, roof should be there, floor should be there, lateral walls. Kada? So both sides lateral walls are present. Very important parts they are. Yes, you can imagine here lateral walls like this. Ila. Okay. So this back lateral wall part is called thalamus. Very, very important. Why thalamus part is important? Listen to me, all of you. Important. ఇలా ఆలోచించండి. Like suppose ఇది రూమ్ అనుకోండి నాన్న. Wait. ఇలా రూమ్ అనుకోండి. Roof. In middle room. Floor. Floor is hypothalamus. Epithalamus. And these lateral side walls here, they form thalamus. My hands here, you can imagine. They form thalamus. Got it? So, here, thalamus like this. So, what is the importance of this thalamus? Morning I told you, here it is central sulcus. In front of the central sulcus, what it is? Precentral?
Gyrus.
Yes. Precentral gyrus. Behind the central sulcus, what it is? Post-central
Gyrus. Post-central.
Post-central, I'm sorry. Post-central
Gyrus.
gyrus, yes. And tell me, what is the importance of this gyre? This one for?
Primary motor.
Motor, somatic motor. And this one for?
Primary sensory.
Sensory. So, very important direct question, Nana. Listen carefully. So, this thalamus part receive the signals from the spinal cord. How spinal cord receives signals? From your skin, sense organs. And that sensory impulse through thalamus. So, it is like a gateway from spinal cord through thalamus, that signals are sent to the sensory region. So you feel, and immediately in what way you have to react? That motor signaling also carried to the thalamus and then carried to the spinal cord, and that particular maybe you have to move your legs, later you have to move your hands, later you have to move your back, like that whatever muscles you have to move, that message is brought to the thalamus, then carried to the spinal cord, and that particular organs you move. So it is a main important signaling region. Important signaling region. So mark it in your book. I'll announce that page number. Wait. It's very, very, very important direct question, Nana. Without this,
263 only.
they don't put any they don't set any question paper. So check this point here. Page number 216, diencephalon. Main parts of diencephalon are epithalamus, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Epithalamus is the roof of the diencephalon, non-nervous part fused with the pyometer to form anterior choroid plex. Just behind that anterior choroid plex, epithelium of the epithalamus form pineal sac and end with the pineal gland. Now, idi thalamus. Are you following where I am reading?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now go through the thalamus. Cerebrum wraps around the thalamus, which is a major coordinating center for sensory and motor signaling. So it is a major coordinating center for sensory. So how it is carrying the sensory from spinal cord, whatever sensory impulse is conducted, it is carried to this through the thalamus. Again, in what way you have to react to move your muscles? That motor signaling first carried to the thalamus, from there carried to the spinal cord. So it is a major coordinating center for sensory and motor signaling. Very, very, very important question. Without this point, you won't get question paper. So focus on that. So what is the use? Thalamus serves as a relay station for most sensory impulses that reach the cerebral cortex. It also contributes to the motor functioning by transmitting the information from cerebellum and basal nuclei to the motor area. In addition, thalamus also played role in maintenance of consciousness. Completed? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You know very
Ma'am,
well. Mainly
what is basal nuclei? What is
basal
basal
nuclei
nuclei, ma'am?
basal nuclei present above the midbrain. Of course, deep parts they are. After completing the major lesson, I'll show you what is basal nuclei. Only in TS you can understand. ఓకే ఈ మిడ్ బ్రెయిన్ వస్తుంది కదా ఇది కంటిన్యూషన్ ఇక్కడ మిడ్ బ్రెయిన్ కదా
Yes, ma'am.
2 optic lobes. Why I have drawn only 2 optic lobes? You have cut already. ఒక పోర్షన్ కట్ అయిపోయింది ఇలా ఉంది కదా బ్రెయిన్
Yes,
హాఫ్
ma'am.
కట్ అయిపోయింది సో యూ కుడ్ సీ ఓన్లీ 2 optic lobes and here it is cerebellum, pons and continued as medulla oblongata kada. So above this midbrain inside you could see that basal glanule, basal nuclei. Okay, so actual ga mana gyroscope balancing voluntary movements done by cerebellum. Already in the TDA lesson we are done. When person consumes alcohol, why they move like that? Involuntary movements. Kada?
The cerebellum is a bit.
Cerebellum mainly it's a gyroscope. So how you bring this motor signaling, that coordination through cerebellum, through basal nuclei, through thalamus, allow this motor signaling into the primary motor area. That coordination is brought by thalamus. So make that one. Now move to hypothalamus, this part. Yes, you know very well, hypothalamus extended down as pituitary gland, particularly posterior pituitary, not anterior. You'll understand in the hormone lesson. Anterior pituitary derived from buccal cavity. You'll understand afterwards. I took another color to make anterior pituitary. So posterior pituitary is the extension of the hypothalamus. ఇది స్టాక్ ఇక్కడ కన్నా ఎలా స్టాక్ వేసామో ఇన్ సేమ్ వే దిస్ ఈస్ స్టాక్ హియర్ ends with pituitary gland. Okay, so now continue. What is the part? Hypothalamus is inferior to thalamus and it forms the floor of the third ventricle. So this is third ventricle filled with cerebrospinal fluid. So it forms the floor of the third ventricle. The hypothalamus, it forms the floor of the third ventricle. Okay, now, so very important. It extended as a stack called infundibulum and end with the posterior pituitary. Okay, at the morning I told eyeballs, from eyeballs, atok eyeball ankondi, retina, kada, from retina of the eyeball, optic nerve arises and it travels and cross in front of the pituitary gland and these nerve tracks end in the
Visual cortex.
Visual cortex.
visual cortex, where image is upright and real image is formed. Ikra being biconvex lens, on the retina inverted small image, and in the cortex upright real image. It means it is almost like a screen. And what we have viewed is understood by association area. Kada. So what is the use of this cross of optic nerve? This cross in front of the pituitary, crossing of optic nerve in front of the pituitary is called optic chiasma. Like even in the meiosis, you might have studied. Both the chromosomes, when they cross, we call that as?
Chiasma, yes.
In the same
Yes,
way,
ma'am.
from both the eyeballs, optic nerve is crossed in front of the pituitary gland. That cross is called optic chiasma. And the nerve track ends in the occipital region, where it is a visual cortex. Upright real image is formed and understood. What we have viewed is understood in the visual coordinate association area. Morning we are done. Okay, now what is the use of this optic chiasma? It brings binocular vision. See, if you close your right eye, you can understand, you can form a normal vision with your left eye. In the same way, you close your left eye, separate image is formed with your right eye. But when you open both the eyes, you could see only a complete image of 180 degrees. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So both the eyes together form a big single view. That is due to this cross. So optic chiasma కింద నోట్ చేసేసుకోండి binocular vision. Binocular vision, important. So optic nerve cross in front of the pituitary gland. What is pituitary gland? Floor of the third ventricle is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus extend as a stalk called infundibulum and end with posterior pituitary. In front of the pituitary gland, both the optic nerves cross from both the eyes, from the retina. Optic nerve arises and it is crossed in front of the pituitary gland. That part is called optic chiasma. What is the importance of optic chiasma? Binocular vision.
Enables binocular.
Okay, now move to the 265 page number. The first paragraph gives the list of the functions of hypothalamus. List of the functions of hypothalamus, important. What is that list? It consists thermostat region, so it controls body temperature. ఇక్కడ thermostat region ఉంటుంది, thermoregulatory center. Hypothalamus, first important point. We are homeotherms, isn't it? Constant body temperature. So body temperature, thermostat region means thermoregulatory region in the hypothalamus.
Page number.
265 page number, first
Okay.
paragraph. First column, first paragraph. Your material only.
Yes, ma'am. Found it.
Yes, adi first pani, first function. Second one, circadian rhythm. Means your sleep wake cycle, menstrual cycle, all your 24-hour cycle, circadian rhythm is maintained. Consciousness,
Isn't,
emotions.
sleep cycle regulated by pineal gland?
Pineal
ma'am?
gland, yeah, pineal gland only. But see, along with the pineal gland, this hypothalamus also work. ఎందుకని అంటే you'll understand afterwards. Like in ecology lesson, I don't know whoever explain you, suprachiasmatic nucleus. What I told? Suprachiasmatic nucleus. What do you mean by nucleus here?
Group of cytons. ma'am.
That's yeah, group of cell bodies here. Where above the chiasma. So what we call them as suprachiasmatic nucleus stimulate the pineal gland to secrete melatonin, which controls the sleep-wake cycle. So indirectly it is regulated by what?
Hypothalamus.
Yeah.
Hypothalamus.
Yeah. Hypothalamus lo region came chaptam. In hormone lesson you will study. Suprachiasmatic nucleus regulates the pineal gland to secrete that melatonin hormone. So melatonin hormone, sleep-wake cycle, circadian rhythm, menstrual cycle, all those rhythmic activities are controlled. అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు? And very important, urge for eating and drinking. So thirst center, hunger center. And at the same time, satiety center. Satiety means after eating some amount, we feel that, okay, enough, my stomachs are full. I can't eat more. After drinking some drink or water, you feel, okay, can't drink no more additional amount. That satisfaction center is also present there. So urge for eating and a hunger center, thirst center, hunger center, thirst center. Satiety means after eating some amount of food or after drinking some amount of liquid, you feel satisfaction. You can't take more, no more amount. So that satiety center, satisfactory center is also in hypothalamus. And very important, it regulates autonomous nervous system. Important. So thermoregulatory center, rhythm center, hunger and thirst at the same time, satiety center, controls the autonomous nervous system. And here several neurosecretory cells are present. Neurosecretory cells are present. They secrete hormones. What is the use of neurosecretory cells here? Secrete hormones into pituitary gland. So in the hormone lesson, you will study that. So you remember several neurosecretory cells are present. They secrete hormones. Okay. And regulate the pituitary gland. Completed? Nana.
Yes.
Now, next heading, put heading limbic system. It's another important part in the hypothalamus. Diencephalon. Yes, it is like, I'm removing this choroid plexus. You understood already. Ikkada, two lip-like structures. How our lips are pink in color, in the same way, two lip-like structures. Here like this. And they appear like our lips. So it is named as limbic system. Got it, Itla. As we are already took the cross section, so I could draw only one lobe here. Limbic system. So you'll get it for 2 mark question. You'll get this question for 2 mark, important. Okay, Nana?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the parts come under limbic system? 2 mark question. Pakka, important, at the same time important for your exam. Okay, inner parts, first point, inner parts of the cerebral cortex, లేదా cerebral hemisphere, inner parts of the cerebral hemisphere. What happened, Sriman? Yavaru Nana? Ishan, inner parts of cerebral hemisphere అంటే cerebral cortex అని కూడా చెప్పచ్చు. Number 1. Number 2, amygdala. Amygdala is brain warning center. Write down separately. Warning center. Hey, don't go there. You will fall. Don't take that one. It is very hot. It injures you. Like that, it always warns you. Are adi cheku, idi cheku, jagrata. Like that. So amygdala is brain warning center. Write separately. Brain warning center.
I'm spelling.
Idigo, M-A-M-Y-G-A-D-L-A. G-D-L-A. Amygdala. Ido. A-M-Y-G-D-L-A. కాకుండా ఇంకొకటి ఉంది, హిప్పోకాంపస్. మార్నింగ్
Ma'am, isn't the function of the amygdala just memory, ma'am?
మెమరీ కాదు, వార్నింగ్ యూ.
No, but ma'am, if it's warning us, that means it's just remembering past experiences and
Not only past experiences, all the time it is one. Don't, you can't say all the time when you are experienced, then only you feel the warning.
Ma'am, it's not that we've already fallen from a cliff, so that
So
it
that you
warns
are,
us from.
it's always not an
oh,
experience.
okay. I got it, ma'am. Got it.
So hippocampal lobe. Morning I told what is the importance of hippocampal lobe. Of course, total
Short-term memory.
no. Total 7 are there. But for your syllabus, for your intermediate level, basic 3 points are given. Yes, what is the use of this limbic system? It is also called as emotional brain. So it controls your emotion like excitement, pleasure, fear. Now, listen to my instruction clearly. Along with the hypothalamus, I put plus mark. So the total inner parts of the cerebral hemispheres, లేదా cerebral cortex, ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది amygdala. Amygdala and the, the floor of the brain, here it is, hippocampal lobe. So inner parts of the cerebral cortex, amygdala, hippocampal lobe, along with the hypothalamus, connecting with the hypothalamus, regulates the sexual behavior. Important. Regulates a sexual behavior. ఇది చాలా important point. So limbic system along with the hypothalamus. So please be careful. Hypothalamus is not the part of limbic system, but limbic system along with the hypothalamus regulates the sexual behavior. Important. ఇది అన్ని కనెక్టెడ్ ఇక్కడ. I'll play video afterwards. What is there in your book you read now, you'll understand later on, because that basal nuclei, all this vitamin, inner parts, cortex, ఇది అన్ని limbic system ఒక complex structure around the diencephalon. So it takes a lot of time to go much more detail and deeper inside. No need, just you go through the points. Only 3 parts are given, the major 3 parts are given here. Okay, clear? Apenda. So once again, inner parts of the cerebral cortex, amygdala. Amygdala is the brain warning center, and hippocampal lobes form limbic system. What is the use of why they are named as limbic system? Because both sides they are lip-like appearance. And next it is, this system is important for emotional expression like fear, excitement, pleasure, happiness and all. And finally, last point, along with the hypothalamus, limbic system, along with the hypothalamus, controls లేదా regulates sexual behavior. Full stop. అయిపోయింది. Completed. Forebrain. All 3 parts are completed. Remaining midbrain and hindbrain, very easy. Very, very easy. Within 10 minutes, we can complete. So the major important is the forebrain, cerebral hemispheres, particularly this diencephalon, also called as, another name for diencephalon is thalamencephalon, roof epithalamus with the choroid plexus. Behind it is pituitary gland, pineal gland. Floor, hypothalamus, extended as pituitary gland. Hypothalamus for thermoregulation, hunger, thirst, satiety, controlling the autonomous nerve system. Several neurosecretory cells control the pituitary gland. Along with the limbic system, it controls sexual behavior. And also indirectly it is regulating the pineal gland and controlling our rhythms. All these points fingertip undala. And particularly this lateral walls are thalamus, major coordinating center for sensory and motor signaling. So through this thalamus only, through this primary association area, somatic sensory area, primary somatic motor area, receiving signals from the spinal cord. Like that, you should remember all these points, fingertip. Now move to the midbrain. Completed, forebrain completed. All parts completed. Now move to the midbrain fast. May I remove?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And one day I'll show that video explaining the deep parts, detailed parts, so that you'll have clear idea. కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడు అది complete complex అవుతుంది మీకు. Just to go through the points wherever I'm discussing with you. So after completing all the parts, now we are moving into the midbrain. Midbrain also called as,
Mesencephalon.
yes, mesencephalon. In mammals, it forms
Four optic lobes.
four optic lobes. Yes, it is cerebral hemisphere. Ikkada thalamus ankondi, and this is hypothalamus, pituitary gland. E floor continue avutundi. And from the third ventricle, what is continued? Channel. Yeah, iter. Three names are
Aqueduct.
there for
Cerebral
Aqueduct cerebral and
Yes.
cerebral aqueduct.
Yes, you are correct. Iter, cerebral aqueduct, or aqueduct of Salvius, which opens into the fourth ventricle in medulla oblongata, continued as spinal cord, and this is continued as central
canal.
So here it is cerebellum, ikkadi nunchi hindbrain, and front it is pons, and here it is cerebellum, medulla, and spinal cord. So we are going to study roof, floor, and room. Simple, over. Roof with mammals have four optic lobes. Another name for optic lobes? Four are there. Quadrigemina. And inside it is a channel. No room here. Inside it is a channel, iter or cerebral aqueduct or aqueduct of Salvius. Now I'm moving to the floor. Floor is called as two trunks are present, two tracks. Kada, right side and left side track. Ila, two tracks undi. But in the diagram, as we are already cut one half, only one track you could see. But the two tracks are called cerebral peduncles and the foot-like. Okay, peduncles. What we call them as, we name them as crura cerebri, plural form. Crus cerebrum, singular form. Those two peduncles, cerebral peduncles, are called as plural form. It is plural form. Crura cerebri. What is the singular form? Crus. One peduncle. If you talk about right side track or one left side track, only two tracks are there. If you talk about one track, then you should say crus cerebrum. That is track and the floor of the midbrain. So what are these four optic lobes? Front two are called as superior colliculi. Front two ni emandam, anterior two lobes are called superior colliculi. Double Li. Superior colliculi. C-O-double-L-I-C-U-L-I. Superior colliculi. For vision. And back two, posterior two are called inferior colliculi. And they are for hearing. Means audio-visual coordination. So both together, for vision and for hearing. So audio-visual coordination means wherever you feel a sound, immediately, automatically you turn your eyeballs that side. So that brings a good coordination, audio-visual coordination by these 4 optic lobes. Close. Aipoindi. Now move to the hindbrain. Midbrain completed. Yenana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what you have to study here in the midbrain? Roof, 4 optic lobes, quadriga minor, 2 anterior ones superior colliculi for vision, 2 posterior ones are inferior colliculi for hearing. So audio-visual coordination, and no room here, only a channel connecting the 3rd ventricle with the 4th ventricle, and you know the name of the channel. And floor, 2 tracks are there, 2 tracks are present. Cerebral peduncle, ila 2 tracks imagine cheskondi, one on right side and one on left side, like this, both together called as sclera cerebri on the bottom of the midbrain. Okay, good. Now continue with the hindbrain. So what are the parts of the hindbrain? Hindbrain, another name, rhombencephalon, medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and this part it is medulla oblongata. Okay. And the floor is pons. Floor is called pons. Okay. Pons varoli. Floor is called pons. Another name, pons varoli. And this is cerebellum. Pons varoli. Of course, every time we use only pons. General full name is pons varoli. Okay. First, you complete this one. What is the use of this pons varoli? One more important point, it is relay station. Ademo signaling. Thalamus emo signaling is the relay station. Very, very important question. It's a relay station. Relay station, R-E-L-A-Y, relay station. Deniki relay station. Between cerebellum, spinal cord, and rest of the brain. Important. Cerebellum, spinal cord, and rest of the brain. And very, very, very important function of pons, 5-star rating ivandi. Emadi? Pneumotaxic center. Pneumo means related to respiration. Pneumonia, like that. Pneumotaxic center means it regulates your breathing rate. It regulating the breathing rate. If you are running fast, increasing the breathing rate, inhalation, exhalation becomes faster. When you are sitting, it is decreased. Rate of breathing is decreased. So that rate of breathing is controlled by pneumotaxic center present in the pons. So 2 important points related to pons. Where pons is present on ventral side of the cerebellum. 2 important points. It's a relay center, relay the information to cerebellum, spinal cord, and rest of the brain. Pons apprenda. Now take cerebellum. Let me show once a diagram, another diagram I'm drawing. Look here, check here. These 2 cerebral hemispheres, Kadanana. This cerebellum is extended transversely like this. Ila undi, addanga undi. Transverse. Means when you turn back, idigo vadi head ankondi. Idi neck region. So cerebellum extend transversely like this. So when you cut it, it looks like this. Ante ila undi, ila undi. So in the cut, it looks like this. Got it? Ila undi.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the parts here? And particularly important, cerebellum acts as important part, writing with red color. Morning already I told you. Gyroscope means balancing your body. Walking on your two legs completely against the gravity, you are balancing your body. So gyroscope means nothing but balance, maintenance of equilibrium. Okay. So important point, damage to, here you will get statement type question. Damage to this cerebellum often results in ataxia. Morning మనం చేసాము aphasia. ఇది ataxia. Means what? Just imagine a person who is drunken, took alcohol, how he walks? Uncontrolled.
Without balance.
No coordination in his movement.
No coordination.
Yeah. So in the same way, that is called as ataxia. Such type of movements are called as ataxia. Means uncoordinated voluntary muscular movements. Ataxia means uncontrolled, sorry, not uncontrolled, I'm sorry, uncoordinated voluntary muscle movements. Alcoholic ataxia. Alcoholic person also show ataxia. Why? Alcohol effects on the cerebellum. This is okay important part. One important point related to cerebellum. It's a gyroscope means maintaining your voluntary movements in a coordinated way, maintaining the equilibrium. Damage to it causes ataxia. Even alcoholic person show ataxia. What is ataxia? Uncoordinated voluntary muscle movements. Why? Because alcohol shows its effects on cerebellum. Apendara?
Yes.
Ma'am, ataxia of gait also we can say.
Yeah. Ante ade. Gait means posture of the body. Gait. Okay, అర్థమైందా?
Yes, ma'am.
Position of your body. ఇలా నిలబడి ఉండడం. Okay. You know very well alcohol person how they swing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Important Nana. ఇక్కడ చూద్దాం. ఇలా చూద్దాం. It shows three lobes. Three lobes. What are the three lobes? Let us see. Two lateral lobes and one median lobe. Okay. These lateral lobes are called cerebellar hemispheres, not cerebral hemispheres. Cerebellar hemispheres. So careful with the spelling. Cerebellar hemispheres. And in the median lobe is called vermis. So total three regions you could give. Two lateral lobes, cerebellar hemispheres, connected by a median bridge called as vermis. And on the ventral side, both are connected by pons. Ela chupichnu ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉండండి. Like this. Suppose it is cerebellum. Cerebellum, vermis, two lateral lobes. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని ఇలా bend చేసుకోండి. On the ventral side, my hand, it is connecting both the lobes. My hand here, it is pons. అర్థమైందా నాన్న?
Yes, ma'am.
It is cerebral hemisphere, cerebellar hemisphere. This is vermis.
Vermis.
On the ventral side, pons is connecting them. ఇదిగోండి.
Yes, ma'am.
My hand here and this part here.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So now continue. ఇక్కడ ఒక important point ఉంది. Last point. What is that? I'm using black color. Wait. Yes, you know gray matter outside and white matter inside, isn't it? So in the cerebellum, white matter extended like a tree branch into gray matter. white matter extends into a gray matter like a tree branches. So it is also called as tree of life. Arbor vitae, arboreal. Already we are done. Arboreal means what? Tree.
Tree,
Vitae,
yes,
vitae means branches. Arbor vitae, tree branches. So also called as tree of life. Mainly balancing your voluntary movements, coordinating, balancing, maintaining the equilibrium of your voluntary movements. So very important 2-mark question. What is arbor vitae? Where it is seen, you are asked. Arbor vitae means appearing like tree branches. In the cerebellum, white matter extended into gray matter vigorously like a tree branches called as arbor vitae, tree of life. Direct 2-mark question. So what is the use of cerebellum? Pakka voluntary movements controlled by the cerebellum. Perfectly for voluntary movements.
Yes, ma'am.
అయిపోయింది నాన్న. And finally last point, medulla. ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసేయండి. Involuntary activities. And already we have done roof consists what? Again, non-nervous roof extended down as
Posterior choroid.
posterior choroid plexus. So it is another major center where cerebrospinal fluid is formed. At the same time, drained out also. Gurtunda? Circulated
Yes,
out.
Yes,
Circulated out.
subarachnoidal.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Already all those points I have explained you. I think medulla oblongata particularly involuntary activity. So cerebellum emo voluntary, idi involuntary. What are those involuntary activities? Like center for gastric secretion, salivary secretion, center for swallowing, vomiting, coughing, sneezing, hiccups. మొత్తం లిస్ట్ చేయండి. Hiccuping, sneezing, coughing, vomiting, swallowing, gastric secretion, salivary secretion. So all those involuntary activities connected to the medulla oblongata. అది అన్ని అలా ఉంచితే the very, very important 3 vital centers. Note down separately 3 vital centers. Complete this and then go. Last point. 3 vital centers. What are the 3 vital centers? Cardiovascular and respiratory. I told you already several times. Your heartbeat and your lung ventilation both work together in a coordinated way. So cardiovascular means even your blood vessel size is also maintained according to the blood pressure. So cardiovascular and respiratory center. I think you might have studied in the respiration lesson. Rhythm center, if you remember. మరి ఇది ఏంటి? Increasing and decreasing the rate of the respiration. Pons, increasing or decreasing the rate of the respiration. Mari medulla, rhythm center. When you are sitting and not doing any work, quiet breathing, silent breathing. That rhythm center is in medulla. And pons, change if it is emergency situation, increasing the rate or decreasing the rate done by pons. That is pneumotaxic center in the pons. Already in the respiration lesson, you might have done. But if you are not, what you can say, not having much more awareness at that time, now, at least now, once again you revise. Medulla consists respiration rhythm. Rhythm means, you know, when you are sitting quiet, silently you are breathing without your conscious knowledge. Cool, slow, breathe just now. But when you are in the emergency situation, increasing the rate of respiration and decreasing the rate of respiration is under the control of pons. Direct question, important. So pneumotaxic center changing the rate of the breathing. Medulla oblongata, rhythm center. At the same time, cardiovascular. Why? According to the lung ventilation, your heartbeat should be there. According to the heartbeat, amount of blood is pumped. So blood vessels adjust according to pressure. So 3 vital centers. If lung ventilation increased, means like that breathing rate increased, automatically heartbeat rate is increased. Heartbeat rate increased, blood pressure will be increased. So all 3 are connected to cope up with the emergency situation. So all these involuntary activities are connected to medulla oblongata. And you know very well, it emerges out of the foramen magnum and continued as spinal cord. Okay. Enana. So children, please remind me tomorrow. I'll start the spinal cord, but I should start with the brainstem. Remind me tomorrow morning.
Okay, ma'am.
So I can leave now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Brain-
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.